This morning, you scooped a small sample into a tube, sealed it, and mailed it off to a lab. You paid for answers about your gut, but the real answer is far stranger than anything printed on that report. Your gut holds trillions of bacteria, more cells than you have of your own. For the past decade, an industry has promised to read that hidden world and hand it back as a tidy chart. Send a sample, get a score, eat better, feel in control. It sounds like science, but does it actually work? Government scientists at the National Institute of Standards and Technology decided to find out. A team led by Stephanie Savitas, working with Scott Jackson and bioethicist Diane Hoffman, ran a simple experiment. They took one large batch of homogenized human stool and used it to fill 21 test kits, 3 kits for each of 7 different gut testing companies. Same gut, same bacteria. 7 different verdicts came back. One company counted about 20 species, another counted over 1,700. Of the 7 companies, 3 reported a specific gut pathogen as present in the sample. The other 4 reported it absent. And in one case, the same company tested 3 replicates of the exact same sample and called 2 of them healthy and the third unhealthy. Think about what that means. The verdict on your gut wasn't really measuring your biology. It was measuring which company you happened to choose, and sometimes not even that. Just which tube got tested. Why would that happen? The same NIST team that ran the experiment traced the cause. It wasn't fraud, it was method. Each lab collected samples differently, extracted DNA differently, and ran its own software, built on its own assumptions about what healthy even means. There is no agreed-upon line between balanced and broken, so every company built its own, quietly, and sold it back as fact. This isn't really a story about bad science. It's an old human habit wearing a new costume. For most of history, people sought a single trusted voice to tell them whether their body was in balance. A healer pressing a hand to your stomach. An elder reading your pulse. Long before anyone could see a bacterium, certainty was a comfort people paid for, even when the methods were shaky. What's different now is the costume. The promise once came wrapped in ritual. Now it comes wrapped in DNA sequencing and a glossy PDF with your name on it. But underneath the polish, the same old gap remains. The gap between looking scientific and being verified. Here's the twist. Your gut microbiome does matter. That part is real. Diversity in gut bacteria has been linked, in large studies, to digestion, immune regulation, even mood. None of that is myth. What's shaky is the leap from raw data to a clean verdict mailed to your door. Counting bacteria accurately is hard. Deciding what an ideal gut looks like, across ages, diets, and cultures, is harder still. Researchers are still building that baseline. The companies selling instant answers got ahead of the science, not behind it. So next time a test calls your gut unbalanced, ask a quieter question first. Unbalanced compared to what? Measured by which method? Because right now, even the experts haven't fully agreed. There's something humbling in that. You contain an ecosystem more complex than most landscapes on Earth, and science still can't fully agree on how to read it. Not because the science failed, because the questions are genuinely that hard. This morning, you mailed off a small sample, hoping for the truth about your own body. The real answer was never on that report. It was inside you all along, still being studied, still more complicated than any company has the right to claim.